Good morning. This is Frank with the Morning Quick Shot, brought to you by Trade Stockers and Ninja Pro Traders. It's Monday, March the 13th. It's about 5:25 Central Standard Time. We've got zones for today, and we're looking at overnight open at 23.70.75. Briefly just touched our overnight high at 72.75, 72.50 right in this area, with overnight lows of 68. And you can see we just consolidated there overnight, going nowhere right now. We just moved to the bottom of this zone, just below the 24-hour VWAP. So where do we go from there? Well, if it hits this 24-hour VWAP and freezes and pushes down, we're probably looking for a move back to the overnight low of 68. Come back up and test the bottom of this zone. Also, last Friday's open, and look for it to drive down into this next zone at 23.66. Possibly come back up and retest right around the 67.75. And then if the sellers are in control, going to push us back down to Friday's low of 23.62.25 in this area. Then look for the push back up to the zone to test it, probably around 64 to 64.50, and then right down into this zone at 60. Sellers in control, going to try to come back up, and this could be a major reversal here as well as the Friday's overnight, or excuse me, Friday's low. But look for this little consolidation in this area as the market decide what to do. But the sellers are in control. Look for movements back down into the 56, 52, 46. And if things get really bad, we're looking for some point to move back down into this 42. So be real cautious with this moves if we get a move to the downside. Now look for a major reversal, like I said, to go to the upside scenario, which we'll talk about in just a second. Right here from the 62 up. Also look for reversal right here at 68, and of course the top of the zone where we had structure previously, right here at 66.25. Now let's go to the upside scenario. If we break up from here and move up, look for it to push up to this overnight high of 72.50, and then come back and test the open and the 24-hour VWAP, and then push off this zone right up into the next area at 73.74. Might have a little bit of more pause right here. So just be cautious of this until we break up. It might be better off to wait till we get a break above this zone into here, get a pullback, and then move back up into this for your first move up today. Looking for a target somewhere up into the 74 to 76 area. Look for it to come on up. Probably around 77. Look for it to pull back right around the 74.50 area, possibly pull all the way back down to the overnight high of 72.50, and then drive right back up to this zone. Looking for Friday's high of 79.75. Then look for a double top right there. Push it back down into this zone at 73.76. If the buyers really want to step in control, we've got the news to support it. Then look for it to move right on up into this next zone of 82.25 to 84 right in this area. Look for it to pull back. We got a lot of fighting up here around the 79. And if we can stay held up here, we might get a push right back up into the zone, so consolidation, like I said, but then move right up in here to 84 with moves up into 88 and then moving on up to the next zone. Okay, we had a zone up here Friday of 94, so just be careful of that. So now let's take a look at market profile. First thing we're looking at is the daily chart. You can see where all we did was just kind of pull back to this major area 61, and now we're going up, and then we're just kind of going sideways right here. What we don't want to do is go below this 61. If we do, we are heading down to this 42 area that I just talked about. Okay, just above the 38.2. And if you saw just a little bit of movement, that would be a 38.2 retracement. So be careful right here. If we can hold this 62, 61 area right here, then look for it to go right on up for 92 this week. So just if we could get a move down into this area, go long, expect it to move all the way up into this and kind of hold these trades for a few days into the next area. Now let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. You can see we went to 122, 127 extension. We've pulled back, got a little bit of support right in here. We moved up. We've just basically been consolidating in this area between the 60 and 75 area. We're now trying to head back up. So the market needs to make a commitment. We need to come back down to this 60 area that we talked about, get a good bounce off of here, and then go on up, or we're going to fail below it and head down this 42 area again. A little bit of minor support right here at the 52 area, so keep an eye on it. But if we can break above this 75 on a 4-hour chart, then look for it to go right up and test this 81, maybe consolidate a little bit, but we got to get a break above the 81. If we do, look for this retest here at 81 again, and then look for it to move on up into the 2400s. That's all I have today. If you got any questions, contact Frank at tradestalkers.com and have a great day.